10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome everyone. I forgot that I was starting. Okay, welcome everyone. Oh my gosh. Such an exciting day today. Like, it's crazy. So much stuff that we have to talk about, guys.
Yeah,
I can't wait. But first of all, let me introduce you guys to today's panel. So today we have John, as usual, our co-host, Stadium Nord. How are you doing, John?
Doing good. Had my 1 year gaming Scarmy anniversary, so I've been streaming all day long. Thank you so much, and had so many people came out, like lots of love and support, and it's just so awesome to see that from the community, and that's what just keeps me going, and I really enjoy streaming and connecting with the community and just enjoying games.
Yeah, so happy Scarmy-versary, John, and
Thank
very exciting. There's been a lot of love today about that.
you.
It was pretty cool to see that. So
Yeah, it was awesome.
yeah, it's cool to end it,
Yep.
with you on the show and see what it's all about.
Mhm.
And today we have another, one special guest, and it's
Yep.
Ray, the cyborg,
The
How are you
gaming
doing, my friend?
cyborg.
The gaming
Hey.
cyborg.
hello.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, and once again, congratulations, John, on a wonderful. You're just one of my favorite content creators.
Yes.
I love you to death.
Thank you, Ray. I feel exactly the same. I remember like you first coming into the community and seeing you and just chatting back and forth, and then finally when I decided to get into streaming and joining SBCN and doing streams there, it's kind of like when we started talking a lot more and
Yeah.
became friends, and
Yeah.
we've done shows for Rock as well. So it's totally awesome, and it's my pleasure to be able to call you a friend, and we can talk about stuff. We can keep it real without burning any boundaries or bridges or anything like that. Yeah.
Nope.
So
Nope, not
it's
at all.
totally awesome. Yeah. So Ray,
Yes.
We invited Ray here today. So last week we started a new segment on the show. Thanks, NinjaGuy X had this great idea about highlighting some content creators. Well, this week, February, as you may well know, is Black History Month. So we decided, for the month of February, we'd like to highlight some of the amazing Black content creators in the Stadia community. And Ray, you were the first that come to mind. I said,
Well,
oh my
thank
gosh,
you. I
I
feel
would
honored.
love to have NinjaGuy X, and I said we would love to have Ray on the show. So I approached Ray. I said, Ray, we're celebrating Black History Month on Stadium Connect North with content creators. We'd love for you to come on. And sure enough, Ray said, I'll be there.
And
So
I
that
am
was
very honored. Thank you
that
first
was awesome.
for
Yeah, we
just like when you can't hit me up in my DMs, and
mhm.
I love my Black heritage, and I love to celebrate it with all races. I love celebrating
Mhm.
anybody's heritage.
Mhm.
I think that's
Yeah,
great. That's what brings people together. So thank you, and thank you, Ninja
yeah,
Guy X, for having me here.
yeah,
Thank you.
definitely.
And yeah, so before we continue, I would like to say hi to everyone in the chat. There's so many
Mhm.
people. So let's
Yeah.
go and start this up. Metal Wolf is here. Zarina Kane,
Hey,
Iwan, Rebellica, Exception, Ray, which is spamming the chat here with bots and warning him and
Yeah.
everything. In lead, we've got Exception. We've
Yeah.
got
hey, Petter Games.
Yeah. Petter
yeah,
Games is here.
we've got Roberto Fenty.
So that's Roberto. So on one of my streams today, Roberto's the one who got the Super Animal Royale. We were playing a squad there right when the game came out, and that's the only time that I've ever got a win in the game was thanks to Roberto. I
Yes.
couldn't remember Roberto's first name, so it's so awesome to see Roberto here. Thank you so much. We got Anthony's here as well.
Yeah, we've
Look at
got
that,
Only
Anthony.
Drew.
Yeah,
Uh,
there,
and
there's it's like awesome. It's so many awesome people here.
yes.
Wow,
Yeah,
thank you
yeah.
so
Colin
much. Yeah.
Dynasty. Yeah, so man, it's good. It's very, very exciting. And we're not gonna, turn the pot too much. We're gonna jump right straight into some pretty big news today. Some pretty some stuff that's been stirring the pot. And
Yeah.
this is, of course, the article that came out
Yes.
from Business Insider.
Okay. So
So
I'm
this
going to
is
go ahead and,
yeah,
share that here, and
perfect.
that'll move us to the side. So I just want to preface before we get started here. Ray's on limited time here,
Yeah.
so everyone in the chat. So we're just keeping mindful of that. Initially, we had a full interview set up with Ray here, but we wanted to talk about this article that came out. Well, I was streaming today. I had no idea about it. I would see a few things in the chat, something about 20%, and it's sad. And I was like, what's going on? So as soon as I finished streaming about an hour ago, I'm like, I go to Ninja. I'm like, what's all this? Like, what's going on? Did something happen? He's like, well, here, read this. So I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah.
So we've got Ray here for about another 30-ish minutes or so. So we're going to go over this, and we can talk about it more later in the open chat to others as well. So
Yes.
we just wanted to preface this before we all kind of dig into this and give our thoughts on it.
Yeah, exactly. I love talking to Ray. Like, he's an awesome person, and
Well, thank
I
you.
love that we can get some time to talk with him. So let's try to get this this done so we can do that. Okay, so my good friend Dead Alive from John's Discord, he goes ahead and shows us this article, and it's like, guys, look at this. I'm like, what's happening? What is this? So I start reading it, and it's all about, I roll my eyes as usual when I read this. It's all about news that happened last year, all about like basically the negative, like a summary of all the negative things that happened with Stadia. And it's very focused on that. But the extra information here that wasn't told before is that the goal of how many subscribers I think they wanted for Stadia was 1 million, and they achieved 75% of that million. But
Yeah.
of course, they turned this around and say, oh, they only only got 75%, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. They focus on. They say they missed the mark by 70, or by
Yeah.
25%. And we can
25.
see here, Roberto here is like, I believe that if the insider had a name. So like what Ninja is talking about here and the information. It's been like last year when they closed SG&E. They said, we're going to reach out and we're going to do some white labeling of Stadia. We're also going to have the consumer product and things like that. So this article is recycling some of that information from last year, and this is all hearsay. Now, it's not to say that it's not 100% true. We don't know that, but you
Right.
also can't take it as fact, really.
No source, right?
As the source, because they also say, and what's really hitting the buzz and the headlines is that the effort, and I think it's down there at the bottom if you want to scroll there, about the 20%. They say
Oh, yes.
one person estimates that they're giving 20% of the focus on the consumer platform. So this is a he said, she said type article, and one person is saying they estimated it about 20%. So I mean, we really can't take this all for face value. Yes, it's good to be able to read about it and to think and, critical thinking and whatnot. And it's interesting. I mean, like they said, when they closed SG&E last year, they're going to venture out and do some white labeling, connect with some partners. We saw AT&T. This article talks about Capcom, Bungie, the Peloton bikes,
Yeah.
So I mean, I really don't think, like Ninja was saying here, there's not a whole lot new here that we already didn't know. The other news about basically 750,000 users by the end of 2020. That's information we haven't heard before. If we're going to look at that, so that's about a year or so ago. The cloud gaming industry, as MM2K always says, is 1 to 2%. And those are based upon facts and things like that, where he gets that information. That's actually not bad for a brand new service to come out of the foothold here. So I don't think it should be running around with our heads cut off like chickens and saying Stadia's dead. We all heard that last year. We've seen the jobs, they're still hiring left and right jobs for it. Sure. Yeah. I'm sure part of that is going to be for the white label stuff too, that helps. But, I just think it's really nothing new. And, we wanted to talk about this firsthand because definitely that's a hot topic. Here we go. Metal Wolf says closer to 95% old news.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I've noticed, Ray, you've been talking a lot on Twitter. So you've been having a lot of thoughts on this. I'm assuming. So
my DMs went crazy. I actually, Dr. Spaceman. I do a show with Dr. Spaceman and Vet Cloud Gaming. I got on. I mean, it just popped up. So I didn't get I haven't even really read it. When I got up this morning, I saw the tweet about the 100 games and I retweeted it and I said, man, I can't wait. I'm loving that. And then this article comes out and I wasn't going to spend $1 on this article.
Me neither.
I wasn't gonna, so I waited until I was able to read it. And I'm like, this is stuff that we already knew and heard about. But like I said, man, there's been so many articles in the past. I've been down with Stadia since 2019. Sank the first, it's not going to be the last. It really is just sad that so many people want to see a company's demise, and it's just somebody that wants to show you tech and give you gaming, and it's just sad. And a lot of people, want to see this platform go good, and there's a lot of people that want to see this platform go bad. I love gaming. I love gaming, period. I'm not if you guys look at my content, I'm not a fanboy of Xbox. I'm not a fanboy of PlayStation. I love all gaming, and I do, most of my content is mostly Stadia, and I love Stadia. I'm a founder. I tweeted out, hey, I'm a founder. Stadia tweeted back, you're good for the community, which I thought that was pretty cool for them
Oh,
to tweet me
wow.
back.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That was yesterday, folks.
Oh, man.
My thing is like this: whatever happens until they say something. I'm just gonna I'm gonna ride and die. If people, I can understand. I look at it from both sides. If you're a consumer and you're not happy with a product, okay, that's your prerogative.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna play until they close the doors or whatever happens. But right now, it's speculation, and I can't go on speculation, and I can't go on what one person said. Especially, I mean, it's just like, we knew what the white label. We knew they were doing white labels. I played the Batman on the AT&T.
Yeah, exactly, right?
If they're not going to bring, a lot of AAA games, we don't know. I honestly don't know what goes behind the doors. Do they talk about it? No, they're a company.
Yeah.
Does Apple, does other companies, I know a lot of people want them to come out and have them say something and have them talk about it and add a roadmap and everything. But guys, I mean, this is what Google doesn't do that,
Right.
and I can understand if you're not happy with that, by all means. I mean, you have the right to do whatever you want to do and put your money towards whatever you want. But the platform, I mean, I love the tech. I love the fact that I've made so many friends playing games from all over the world. I like the convenience. My kids play on the other consoles and stuff, so I had to find an alternative, and I found it in cloud gaming. And I hop on, don't have to download, and I'm instantly playing. I love it. They've showed me a new way of gaming, so I appreciate that, and I appreciate the company, everything. I love the pro games, the stealth drops. So, but I can't, like I said, everything is just speculation, and until it happens, it happens. So
Yeah, and I like the way you think too, because something that I really admired that you did once is it was like a very bad week for Stadia for some reason, something like that, like something was announced, and what you did was post a Twitter video of all the cloud logos, and that was so cool. That was just so cool to see you like show that like every platform is great, so it doesn't matter.
I'm a fanboy of gaming, and not every platform is perfect. All of them has its pros and cons. All of them. All of them have something. I know people that can't play xCloud in their areas. I know people that don't want to pay 100 and something for 6 months on GFN. I know people want AAA games and day and date games. There's so many things, but I also believe in a consumer. If you're not happy with something, hey, go play somewhere else. But I'm happy because I have options. I know maybe some other people don't play on other platforms, but like I said, if you're not happy with something, then you find what makes you happy. But for me, and as of right now, I love playing Stadia. I'm streaming it Saturday night, and I'm enjoying it until they close down. I played my Sega Dreamcast until they closed that down. I mean, it's just it's business. But like I said, I don't go off on speculation. I go on facts, and until they say something. And then another thing, a lot of people are also talking about Phil Harrison being in London. Because he left California, he left London, he left India,
It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, you can work remote, folks, from a computer.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
but like we said, we respect people's opinions and decisions, and I even see some in the chat here, which done in a very professional and non-antagonizing way. Like, say for example, Crow here says he'll still play on Stadia, but no more new games for him. So that's perfectly fine. Crow isn't saying, oh, this sucks, that sucks, blah blah blah, whatever, and throwing a spin to it. that's the way Crow feels. So, we respect the decision and choice, and exception said here as well. The same, I'm not going to buy more games unless something changes. So
No,
it always goes, it always comes back to the way that you present yourself and your thoughts and your opinions. And we can see like people are doing it in the chat here in just a respectful manner. They're not throwing names, things in back, and that's totally cool. And it doesn't mean, not like we can't be friends anymore or you're the enemy. You know how that is, because people do that stuff.
I got my car egged. I got my car when I worked in the office. I had some Xbox guys and PlayStation guys, and all I talked about was, hey, cloud gaming is the future. Cloud gaming is the future. Hey, I got this thing called Stadia, and they laughed. And I went to my car after work, and it was egged.
Oh, no way! No way!
What?
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
Ray.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
and I mean, it was a joke and all. They're like, shut up with your cloud gaming and everything. But also, man, you got to understand, man, there's people that are passionate about technology, and they're trying to present it for you, for your pleasure and your entertainment, and so I appreciate, because I love gaming, and anybody that's trying to enlighten me with tech, enlighten me with games that I can easily play and get into, I appreciate that. I appreciate Luna. I talk to people from Luna. I talk to other people from other systems and everything. I appreciate what they do. This is my hobby. This is what I've been doing since I was a kid. And I appreciate Google Stadia, because this was something that me and my friends talked about. It's like, wouldn't it be cool if we didn't have to use a box and we could just like instantly play our games? I'm like, you dummy, that's never gonna happen. That's on the Jets, and it's sad because he passed away. But but this was stuff that we talked about, and now it's coming true. TVs and everything. And then also and even if Stadia did close down, I still appreciate what they brought. But I don't think, I think there's just so much going on right now behind the scenes.
Yeah,
we don't know. We don't honestly don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. And like you said, there's so much going on behind the scenes. People are quick to jump to conclusions and what will get the most views and people talking and saying, "Oh, I can't wait to see how diehard Stadia fanboys are going to spin this." Like, I've never seen such a concentration of people that are against something for no apparent reason. I mean, the only other thing that I can think of that is seeing like the same type of hate that Stadia is like the Intellivision Amico from Tommy, right?
Definitely.
People are spinning that left and right. They're making up all these lies, and it's just ridiculous. And I really don't understand. Like, what are they so afraid of? If Stadia isn't for you, if the Intellivision Amico isn't for you, if cloud gaming isn't for you, then fine. That's great. Go and enjoy the things that you do like. Don't sit here and harp on why this is junk or pick at every little thing. Like, I really just don't get why people would want to be so miserable all the time.
I say this on my streams, different strokes for different folks. Everybody has a preference, and everybody, there's different religions and there's different teams. There's everybody, I know PlayStation guys, I know Xbox guys. That's just how the world is. There's nothing, that's how, people change. I get people in my DMs, Xbox rules. I have an Xbox. I get PlayStation guys. PlayStation rules. I have a PlayStation.
But if you think of, what are they hoping to do? Like, what do you want us to say if there's some speculation news or this rules or this is awesome and this is sucks? Okay. So that's the way that you feel. Like, what's your main goal here? Like, I just don't get it as to why people have that schoolyard mentality of, back when we're in like grade 3 and 4. Yeah.
You know what? I love movies with underdogs, man. And I'm always rooting for the underdog. And so that's why I Stadia, is dear to me, because I feel like so many people, like it's gets bullied, it gets picked on, and and here we are, 2022. I remember in 2019 it was dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
21,
Yep.
20, it was dead. So
I just, I mean, I really just think that people are afraid of the technology and the change. It's a fundamentally different way that we're going to be playing games in the future. I mean, there's really no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Eventually, at some point, 5, 10, 15 years in the future, this will be the norm. Again, just like we look at music and movies and video, right? We don't have, well, some people do because it's retro and it's awesome. Records, 8 tracks, cassettes, CDs. The Sony had a proprietary digital format too, as well, for audio, and it's like, it's just a natural evolution of the way things change. The same with movies and TVs and things like that. So I just don't understand like the super resistance to it.
I got laughed at because I bought the original Xbox, and I got laughed at because of the grip. I got laughed at how big it was, and back then people said this thing will never ever
right
do good. It will not.
Right, exactly. Yeah, because they're like, sorry, Ninja. They're like, Microsoft is PC. We don't want PC in our living rooms. We want a real console, video games. We don't want hard drives and updates.
Right.
Guess what? What's the norm, right? So it's just silly.
Yeah, we lived in so many generations where it starts slow, right? Like with Steam, with Xbox, like you said, even PlayStation 1, man.
I love all these platforms, man. I love, I play them all. I love them all. I love Stadia. Like I said, I can instantly hop on my TV, on my browser, on my computer, on my phone, on my laptop. I mean, it works great for me. It works flawless. I have a really good internet here, and it works perfect. But like I said, but people are also talking about the company as well, and I understand they don't really talk, they don't show, a lot of things of what they're going to do, because I think honestly, I remember when Microsoft, I had back in the 90s, I had friends that worked at Lucas Arts. They got fired. I had friends. I had a friend I used to get hooked up. He used to work for 98.9 Sports, and they closed that down. Sony closed a lot of studios, and people got fired. And it's the sign of the times. Things change. Just because a company comes out with something, it's always a roller coaster. Things are gonna happen. So
I wonder if eventually they change their name to like Google Stream or whatever, and the haters will be like, I told you," even though it's just a change of name, right? Like nothing changes, just the name, right? You never know. But
whatever.
It is what it is. What's unfortunate is that they always bring the old news back into these articles, right? They always try to like bring up everything back to.
That's like my wife, man. Remember the time you did this, Ray, and you pissed me off?
What have you done to me lately?
Yeah, and I slept on the couch. Why you bringing up old stuff?
It's all written down in the book there. So when Ray does something I'm mad at, get the book back. Say, Ray, remember 10 years ago on this day when I told you to wash the car and you went over and watched football and blah blah blah, whatever. It's just silly stuff.
And hello, people. Let me tell you something. Brazil and Australia.
Oh yeah,
we're talking about that, huh?
Very exciting.
When you go into these other markets, and I don't care if it's Google streaming. I don't care if it's whatever. They're still using the tech. I still have my games. It's not the end of the world, folks. There's so much. I can't even believe this crap is actually trending when there's so much pandemic, war, and all this, and we're like, it's gaming, folks. And I see people in heated battles fighting. I'm not talking to you.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
so
It's
good
just
stuff.
so silly.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Mexico as well. Exactly,
yeah,
Mexico.
yeah, we see
Yeah,
that. Mexico as well. Yeah, all big
Hopefully,
hitters, Japan,
yeah.
hopefully,
Mexico,
India.
Brazil, India. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's all great
Yeah,
stuff. And I think we all agree here, and everyone in the chat, like no company or service or platform is perfect. Yes, we would like to see communication from Google about
I agree.
Stadia, in a different way and better.
Mhm.
And they
Mhm.
did, they did put the survey out to ask what would you like to
They did.
see in the twos
And
blog
they
posts and
and
things
you
like
saw
that.
stuff just like boom, boom,
always,
boom.
always. Yep.
There was
Yeah.
stuff coming out right after the survey. There was like quiet. It was silence,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I was on shows on panels. Like, see, they're dead. They're not talking. They're not talking. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, they announced the games.
Yeah.
I mean, oh Jesus.
Always.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so silly. So we know Ray's got maybe about 15 minutes left here. So Ray, in the chat, we can circle back around this at the end of the show, but let's talk about Ray. Who is the man underneath that beanie there with the headphones on, Ray? Who is that person?
A middle-aged kid that loves that my wife is like when he like you don't even see what's over here. I have
Hmm.
collections. I love when I was young, I didn't want
Hmm.
just one game system. I wanted it all. I didn't want to miss
Same.
out on games.
Yep,
I
right.
wanted I
Yep.
used to hang out at the game stores and talk to my friends, and we would just drool over games that were coming out every month and then go
Hmm.
get it. So if I
Nice.
wanted to play it on my Nintendo 64, I could. If I wanted to play on my PS2, I could. And I just loved gaming, and so I just started getting all the consoles, and then the cloud. I got
Hmm.
very excited about the cloud and the tech and everything, and so I do play on all the different cloud platforms. I'm a fan of games. I love games. That's me. I love games. I also have a wonderful wife. She's my high school sweetheart, Nicole.
Hmm.
And then I got a 20-year-old daughter who's out in Vegas right now. Honey, don't drink too much. And she's like, I'm no lie, she's in Vegas right now, Las Vegas. And I got a son who's 13. I took a hiatus from work to my son does have he's got a little bit of autism, and he's got epilepsy and
Uh,
yeah, and so I took time. My wife, she's a nurse, and as you know, the nurses, and shout out to all the people on the front line, and helping people with COVID and all their sicknesses. So I take care of my son. I pick him up from school. I help him with his homework and everything. And knock on wood, he hasn't had a seizure in about a year.
Wow.
wow,
So,
that's
yeah,
very good.
I took time. I wanted to find the right medicine, talk to the right doctors, and and so that's me. And my son is my world. My daughter is my world. I love my kids, and then my other passion is my games. I love my games. My games are like my kids.
You don't say. There's someone here with a question that's very interesting. RD Bateau says, "What was your first cloud gaming exposure?"
I would have to say PS Now. And to be quite honest with you, in the very beginning, PS Now was not that great, to be honest
No,
with you.
I agree.
I tried to play Bloodborne. I also I have fiber internet right now, but back then I had horrible internet. And I think that was kind of what the disconnect with a lot of people was their internet and being close to data centers and stuff. And so once I upgraded my internet, the first thing I had Stadia. I saw Phil Harrison on stage, and I saw when the guy was going to one platform, playing on here, playing on there, and playing on there. And Cyberpunk 2077 was coming.
Yep.
I was sold right after here's my credit card. I was waiting for my code, waiting for my founder's controller, and that was my experience. And then just it was the pandemic, and also so we were home, and so and then it's meeting lots. And what cloud has done, I have friends. I can play 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm playing with somebody in Europe. I could play with somebody in Canada. I can play with somebody in all over the world, all different European countries. And so having another family. They're like family. Some of them are like brothers to me. So
Yes.
that was my experience.
Yeah.
So what got you in? Oh, no. Go ahead, Ninja.
Oh no, I was just gonna mention it. It's crazy, like I like the community, and I mentioned to that every time. Ray, I only got to play with Ray one time with him and William,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure who else, but someone else in the community, and it was amazing just to see like people like you guys were like waiting for me to come to you guys, and like you were like reviving me, like just stopping everything and come to revive me. It's not something that I've seen ever. Like all of my real friends, they're really like competitors, right? Like they're just like, okay, yeah, we're gonna do it fast, just stay there, and we're just gonna finish it. And we'll come
you know, a lot of people talk about we're toxic, we're horrible, and is there bad gamers out there? Yes, but there's also wonderful people. Yes. And I think some people take a group of bad apples and they try and say, well, everybody's bad, and that's not true. I try and be fair and just be humble and be an awesome teammate to whoever I'm playing with. And I saw the watch out for Canadian. Once this pandemic is over, me and my wife, we want to go to Vancouver. My bucket list is to get a box of Tim Horton donuts.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
and some coffee.
Hell yeah,
some Timbits
nice.
too. Yeah.
See a hockey game. I do watch hockey out here. I'm a Sharks fan. I love hockey. Me and my wife, that was some of our dates. Getting a big old some nachos and some soda and watching the Sharks, the San Jose Sharks play. So I love hockey.
Hey, you watch CFL football too?
I love. I'm the Hamilton.
Yeah.
Broke my heart, dude. I cried, man. I was like, I thought we were getting ready to win the Grey Cup, and we didn't.
No.
Yeah.
So Ray, how did you get into content creation then? Was there something that sparked it? Was there somebody that maybe like helped push you along there, or kind of interested in that?
I was a property manager, and there was a guy that says, "Man, I got to do my stream tonight," and I'm like, "Stream? What are you talking about?" "Oh, I'm a streamer, and I stream on Twitch." So okay, so I ended up subscribing and watching him. And then and his name was King Beasley. He doesn't do it anymore. And then I had another coworker that did a podcast, and they would talk about games and stuff. And so shout out to Darren, and they're called the Rusty Rubies. And then there was the Cheesy Controllers. So that's their name.
Love the name.
That's awesome.
I watched guys like that, and so they kind of inspired me to get in content. But back then I was doing Xbox and I was doing PlayStation, but I just couldn't get into the community because Xbox sucks, PlayStation sucks, and I was like, oh my god. So then I started Stadia came along, and then I just started doing Stadia stuff. And then I had like people like, shout out to Chase. He used to do the Stadia, content stars and everything, and he brought me on and introduced me to the community. And then I just started doing just Stadia content, and now I do maybe about 3 nights of Stadia, and then a night of Luna, and then a night maybe about xCloud or GFN. But once again, I'm a fanboy of gaming. I'm a fan. I love innovation, and that's what something Stadia showed. Innovate the tech, innovating things, changing. I got tired of download. Me and my son, we used to fight over stuff on the hard drive. I'm like, no, I'm not. Can you delete your saves? Like, hell no.
You're crazy. No way.
So what Stadia, showed me was just, oh my god, you buy it, you buy it, claim it, play it, just like that instantly.
It's crazy,
instantly, and I'm just like, holy cow. And I used to go to my job and I would tell these guys this, and they would laugh. Stadia is dead. It's gonna be dead. Like, I give it like 6 months. All the And then people would watch, Dreamcast Guy and Young Ye and all these guys and stuff like that. And so, but my thing is, you know what? I do what I want to do. I play what I want to play, and I love Stadia till I'm ride and die to whatever happens.
Right.
I got like I have way over. I think I got like over 100 and 70 games.
Oh
Most
my
of those
gosh.
games are pro games. Most of those games I paid with my money.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying Rainbow Six Extraction. I love Ubisoft is one of my favorite gaming companies, publishers. And so I love that Stadia has a lot of Ubisoft games. I have Ubisoft Connect, and plus I can hop on all the other platforms and play games as well. So, but honestly, the Stadia community, I love them to death. Clive, I watch him faithfully on Mondays. You know, shout out to MMTK, shout out to Vet, Dr. Space. There's a lot of people, and even the people that come and go, you know, that I've left and I've done stuff. I'm still cool and friends because I honestly, at the end of the day, you know, I was a district manager, and I always, you know, ask consumers how was business and how was things, and you hear the pros and you hear the cons. And like I said, I would never have ill will because I do believe everybody has a different preference. Your preference might not be mine, but people ask me, why do you play Stadia? I love it. I love the tech. Love it.
Yeah.
So
and it's like, you know, what does it matter if my preference is one thing different than yours? You know, like don't put me down or belittle or hate me just for that. I mean, we're all different, right? If we were if we were all the same.
Hater. My oh my god, yeah. And one time, like when we were like, he had to be in the hospital for a week, and he was in the bed, and he's like, "Dad," I said, "What, son? What are you playing?" "Oh, I'm playing with my Stadia." "Can I play?" No, you don't play with Stadia.
You don't like it. Yeah.
You don't like Stadia. So guess what? You get to watch. Here, hold on. I'm gonna turn the volume up so you can hear the gameplay. How about that? But he's a Xbox, PlayStation guy. I'm more of a cloud. I'm cloud. I do have a PS5. I do have an Xbox Series S. I play games, but
it's all about that.
98% of my time is in the cloud, folks. In the clouds.
Yeah. It's like give me games that. Oh yeah, go ahead, John. You got a question?
No. Go. We'll leave it. I'll bring it up. We can talk about this later.
There you go.
I
have hair. I have hair. My wife wants me to shave this, but I love.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's all about, you know. I'm not going to play a platform with games that I don't like, you know, like you said, you play games, so if there's a game on Xbox that looks interesting, yes, I'm going to spend the money and play there. Like there's no war. It's just,
I am 48 next month. I will be 49. There's no way in hell I'm going to be on Twitter arguing with some 20-year-old about Stadia and games. It's just, you know, it's too much mortgage, bill, kids. Too much to worry about than me to argue with somebody. Now I do on certain panels, Vet and Dr. Spaceman, I argue and defend Stadia, but I love those guys. I said, debating is good as long as it's respectful. And like I said, sometimes they're right, sometimes I'm wrong. Vice versa.
I love the chemistry. Honestly, between you and Vet, it's so funny sometimes. It's so good. I love it.
I love Vet.
Vet is awesome.
We do a sports show, and that's another thing. Stadia I wouldn't have known him if it wasn't for Stadia. My life, I don't know what I would do, man, if I didn't have the Stadia community. I'd probably be in a corner crying, like, where's my
no space on my Xbox.
My best friend, shout out to Kevin, I did introduce him to Stadia, and we used to play Get Pack. We used to play Get Pack.
Get Pack.
We are the Bounty Boys. We love Red, and we're probably gonna play Saturday
Red
night.
Dead.
I love Stadia, and whatever happens, it happens. Just like in life, folks. If it happens,
right?
It's out of my control. We told you so. Abandon them.
Oh my gosh!
It's right. It's that want to be right, which I don't understand. Okay, so if they stop manufacturing a particular car model I like, are you going to say, "I told you so"? That they're going to stop doing that? Eventually,
I tell you what's going to happen, folks. Here you go.
The inside scoop.
Their name. They're no longer Stadia. They're Google streaming.
Yeah.
I'll make lots of popcorn if Stadia ever closes because it's going to be very entertaining, you know?
Yeah.
And guess what, guys? Here, newsflash. Certain things don't last forever.
No.
Don't
Right.
last forever. But guess what? You enjoy it while you have it. Life is too short. Enjoy what you have and have fun.
Wise words from a wise man.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, Ray, I know it's right around that time where you need to leave to go do some business.
Fun. I don't know if I want to go pick up my son. You know,
well, I mean,
you know,
we don't want to. We don't want
so.
to. We don't want to get you in trouble. We would love to have you on more. You'll definitely the offer to come on is definitely on the table at any time you want. I mean, we could spend hours here talking, and it's just so awesome. There's so many things that we didn't get to.
You guys, NinjaGuy X, I read. I know you're part of a certain blog paper that you had, and I read it. I didn't about the new game that was coming out about the monsters. I actually posted that on my Twitter page. Thank you guys for what you guys do for the community and the content. Thank you guys. You guys make this experience so much fun for me. I love seeing the tweets. I love seeing the content, how you play along with people, and just like hey guys, there is people that do play Stadia. You can play with John. You can play with a lot of other people. And no matter what, G4, have fun, whatever your platform.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And don't be afraid, to hide it. That I always say is I like to play across many different platforms, but my preferred platform is Stadia. That doesn't mean I'm not going to play Xbox, GF now, GeForce Now, Switch, whatever have you. Sure, there's always good games on something, right? And so the ability to be able to play across those, if you're not able to,
mad at me because you have too many platforms. It's such a
Well,
it's not fair that you can play certain games and we can't. Well,
what can I do about it? Yeah,
exactly. It's just silly.
That's good.
So.
That's good.
Well,
I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's been an honor and a pleasure. And you guys in the chat, thank you. Support these guys, man. They're awesome.
So, Ray, before you go, where can we find you on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch?
On Twitch, I'm Ray, 2 Rays, Ray3473, and I stream on Saturday nights and Tuesday nights from 10 p.m. to like midnight Pacific time. And then I do I'm part of the Stadia Bash community network.
Yeah.
Or not network, we're a community now, not network.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
But I do stream on Monday nights. I'm doing PUBG. And then Saturday night, which tomorrow, there's a game on Stadia called Wreckfest. We do Wreckfest Saturday night. Oh my goodness, hold on. Wreckfest Saturday night. I'm losing my voice.
Yeah, it's getting you all choked up.
Yeah.
So and then guys, like I said, you can listen to whatever is going on Twitter about what's going to happen. If you don't want to support it, it's okay. A lot of other people will and enjoy it. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, exactly. All right. And we've got your contact details in the description of the video here as well. So anybody that wants to find Ray, NinjaGuy X also copied your YouTube in there. Thanks so much, Ray. We'll let you go. We don't want you to get in trouble. Say hello to your son for us. All right. Take care.
I will. Thank you. Love you guys.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one, Ray. Bye.
Wow. I always love talking with Ray. He's such an awesome, down-to-earth person.
Yes.
And like we says, you can put all your cards out on the table. Ray's not going to get offended and say, I'm not going to talk to you for this or that or whatever have you. It's just so awesome. And there's so much more we could have talked to him about, but he's got to go. So we'll definitely have him on the show again, hopefully soon. It would be great to continue our talk, and people in the chat loved him as well. So it's awesome. Great. Ray is an awesome guy.
Oh man, I love Ray. He's like, as soon as I saw him first on Rock's show, he has so many shows. I can't remember the name.
I know.
With you, Vet, and Rock. I was I really love these guys. It was so good. I was such a fan. So it's cool to
Yep.
see him here and talk to him.
Yeah, that's awesome. Serena's got his Twitch in the chat as well.
Awesome.
So we're at a point here. So we've talked with Ray. We talked a little bit about the article that had just come out. So normally what we do is we transition is we're into the Stadia news. We do have somebody coming along here in about 10 to 12 minutes. That's part of what we consider the community news. So as many of you know, the on eBay, what surfaced last Monday, about almost a week ago, so earlier this week, right? A one of the coveted there were these clear controllers that were only given out to the dev team on Stadia. And one of those controllers went up for sale on eBay, and it's currently over $900 US. So I've actually was able to get a hold of the seller, and he's going to be coming on the show here within about the next 10 minutes or so, show off the controller, tell us a little bit the story about it and whatnot. There's also the link to the controller on eBay in the description as well. I haven't checked it today to see if it has gone skyrocketed even more, but
Probably.
it ends Monday. Yeah, it probably does.
Yeah.
So they'll be on here shortly. So I think Ninja, maybe what we want to do is I'll start with the news, and then when we see him pop in here, kind of transition over to that. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Yep. Okie dokie. So I'm going to go over here and bring this up. Okay. Alrighty. Yep. Sounds good. Let me make it full screen here. Perfect. There we go. So we can all read it. So let's see here. I'm going to make this just a little bit bigger. And we also got to show those bookmarks, get rid of those. Okay. So we're going to talk about here. So there's some midweek news roundup, some Stadia related things that we're going to look at. So there's now 50 claimable Stadia Pro games on the service here. So it says as of today, so this was in the first on Tuesday, there's officially hit 50 titles for subscribers to claim and play, such as Life is Strange Remastered came directly to Stadia Pro. Before the Storm Remastered, those came directly to Pro. And there's also 5 other titles. So this month we got 7 Stadia Pro titles, which is super awesome. MotoGP 21, it was a little bit late. It launched back, I believe it was April or May on other platforms, but we got it here now on Stadia. So it's always good to see. So that launched onto Stadia on a reduced price, and also MotoGP 20. That was a Stadia Pro game, just left Stadia Pro, and then its price was reduced as well. We also heard that there's the indie game sale and new Risk of Rain content. So here's kind of basically about the 50 games being able that are claimable at this time. But if you originally started and claimed the games from day one, there's well over 100. I forget exactly what it is. The Stadia Pro Game Monitor will have that information, but these are 50 games today that you can claim and play right away. So it's pretty awesome.
And Figment is one of the pro games, and here we're seeing some people in the chat saying like they're looking forward for Figment too. So Zarina and Zero Games, so that's cool. Hopefully we'll get these these games sooner or later. I don't think there's been a date announced yet for Figment 2, but it's exciting.
Yeah. It said that it's coming, and there's not been an official date for Stadia yet, but yeah, it's so good. And I know, so in addition to the 2 Life is Strange games, Cosmic Star Heroine, Nanotale, Typing Chronicles, Mirix Market, One Hand Clapping, and Fogs. I know, talking with people in the community, I know Rock, he played Nanotale's Typing Chronicles, and this wasn't a game that he normally would play, but it was pro, and he really enjoyed it. We've seen Mirix Market. Jack has done some monitoring of the leaderboards there, and we can see the Stadia Pro effect as well on that. So we know that these are all games that normally, people might not be able or might not say, well, I wouldn't really try it, but it's part of Pro, I'll try it out, and they end up enjoying it. We've both streamed One Hand Clapping, Fogs. Again, we both streamed Fogs. It's just fun games. And I love Stadia Pro, and it's great.
Yeah.
MotoGP, yeah, for sure. MotoGP 21 here. We talked about the indie game sale now live. 40 plus titles are reduced and they're on sale. Everyone, you don't even have to be a Stadia Pro subscriber to get the deal. You can get up to 75% off, and if you're a Stadia Pro subscriber, you get that extra juicy 10%, up to 85% off. So that's awesome. It's great. And again, I just love Stadia Pro, and I know you do as well.
Yeah.
It sounds like we're salesmen for the service there, but it really is good. Another bit of information here. Risk of Rain expansion is coming Q2. So I believe this expansion launches on PC in March, and then Stadia and the other platforms in the second quarter of this year. So we've got this here. And Risk of Rain 2. Have you played that game?
No,
X?
I remember you and
haven't.
Azzy recommended me this game. You told me that it would be up my alley, and I didn't get a chance to play it yet.
I see. Well, maybe after the Winter Community Championship ends and you get your all the Stadia shorts out that you're hoping to do, you can give Risk of Rain 2 a try. I really do think you would really love this game, and it would be awesome to see you stream this and maybe put out a couple of challenges to people as well.
Yeah, I would love that. And it's definitely going to be in my backlog along with like Blue Fire. I think you guys recommended me. Grind.
Yep.
It's all games that I really want to play because you guys think that I like them. So
yeah, for sure. Maybe we need to get a couple of clones, some NinjaGuy X clones. We got NinjaGuy X, NinjaGuy Y, and NinjaGuy Z. How's that?
That sounds like a good plan. Yeah, I like that. And
right?
That's the reason why I'm only focused on Stadia right now, is because I don't have the time to like go ahead and try other platforms, because there's so many games on Stadia that I still have to play,
Yeah, exactly. So moving along here, we have the Stadia Save Point January update. So this is good. So this is like a summary of what happened in January for Stadia, and plus this is where we also, some keen eyes in the community saw, these are just a few of the 100 plus games expected to arrive on Stadia this year from publishers big and small. So people were asking, how many games are we going to get this year? We want a roadmap, all these different questions, and sure, rightfully so. So here's just a little bit more information, and the difference between the article that we talked about that came out today earlier, and this is straight from the horse's mouth, right? So this is Google telling you here there are 100 plus games coming this year. So, like we've said, like Ray say, enjoy the games, and I don't really, to be honest with you, see any concern in my eyes of what's going on here. Again, we'll talk about that in a little bit of the open mic near the end there, and kind of go back and forth. So we saw a January Rainbow Six Extraction, and of course that's been the talk of the town in the community. Everybody has been streaming it left and right several times here and there, playing, enjoying. We've all are having fun with that, so it's great to see another great addition from Ubisoft. Troll Hunters, Defenders of Arcadia, Fast and Furious Spy Racers, Rise of the Shifter from Outright Games. Boy, we saw Stadia Pro titles added: Darksiders 3, Bloodstain, Shantae, Risky's Revenge, on and on and on and on. Now we have 50 claimable titles in Stadia Pro here.
And January is usually like a very slow month, but here it's nice that they bring up all of these things that actually happen in January. So it's good.
Yeah. I mean, because like a lot of the time people say, oh, well, nothing really happened. And yes, it is true. Just like NinjaGuy said there, that January is a slow month. But when you look back at, what's happened in January, there's, a fair amount taking things into consideration, what happened. So that's good here. Here's what we were talking about earlier. So there's 130 titles to choose from if you claimed every game on Stadia Pro since launch. That's awesome to
Mm-hmm.
hear. So I think ultimately what the goal is probably for Stadia Pro is to get those 100 games that you have. So kind of like Xbox Cloud Gaming, the Game Pass, where you get those 100 games. We're at 50, right?
Yep.
So in a few more years, hopefully it'll be up to that point. Here we go, and they're using this infographic here from InLead, Stadia Pro Game Monitor, about the expansion, how it's grown since launch here. Awesome to see they're using things from the community as well. Let's see here, some Stadia Pro updates.
They have all the games listed there, which is
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
funny.
So
Yeah.
here's a whole bunch of Wavetail, Destroy All Humans, Terraria, Moonlight. Like, I'm not going to read all 50 here, but
You
a
know?
fuckload of stuff
Come
there.
on,
Yep.
John, read them all.
Read it all here.
Yeah.
And then it tells you stuff that launched here, the Far Cry 6 expansion, PUBG went free to play. The Samsung announced the new gaming hub to arrive later this year. So lots of cool stuff happened. And it's awesome to see. I always like looking at these save points here. Sometimes we get a little bit of new information, and that new information here was the 100 plus games expected to arrive on Stadia this year from big and small. So that's great to see the variety of different publishers. And moving along, this one caused a little bit of
Nice.
a stir too. Dawn of the Monsters was it's been in development. It's from 13 AM Games, which is a development studio here in Toronto. But it was just this week announced the platforms that it's coming on. And we can see here Stadia was one of those. So that was not known before.
Mhm.
Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Stadia. It's going to be a one to two player local multiplayer game. And if you're familiar with like the Ultraman games or Godzilla or things like that, like this is the type where you're these big, huge monsters and beings and going smashing around and destroying everything. It looks pretty neat. It's like they say, it's a cooperative. I can't pronounce this. I don't know. Do you know how to say that?
I'd just say kaiju, but
Kaiju. Okay,
I'm not
Kaiju beat 'em
sure.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. And here it says early 2022. Well, they've announced that it's going to be in March. We don't have a specific date. 2.5D graphics. And
Hmm.
we're actually going to be talking with the developer next Thursday at 5 o'clock Eastern. They'll be on. We're going to have a special episode of Stadium Connect North. Myself, NinjaGuy, and Aswe will be talking with the developer here. So that will be great. And we'll find out all the information on the game. And you can see here. So here's like a combat deep dive into the game. Let's see if we can move a little forward here. Look, so it's like smashing, maybe a little Streets of Rage type action
Yeah.
going on here, right? Things like
Yep.
that is cool. Look, you can see here that we're getting the gun as well.
Yeah, I
So
kind of like the
everything-
combos that they have on there.
Yeah. So it's super, super awesome. And really looking forward to it. So we'll find out all the ins and outs of it next week when we talk with 13 AM, the development studio here in Toronto. Also, another game we first heard about this, and I think it was Death Alive is the one that happened to find this just by on the Ubisoft site. He posted it in the Discord. He's like, oh, or he tweeted it. Maybe he tweeted it and then posted it in Discord about a new game, Oddballers.
Yeah.
So we see Oddballers here, and that's coming in March. So there's another game in March, and it's just a fun multiplayer game. It's coming to being Ubisoft. It's every platform, Luna as well, Xbox, Stadia, PlayStation, all that good stuff. And
when I saw like pictures of this game, I was like, this really looks like an old game that I used to play on PlayStation 4, and it was called like Stickbolt. And I was
yeah.
So and I looked it up, And I was like, oh, this is actually the same developers that did that game. So it's kind of cool. It's a very cool party game. So I hope that they
Nice.
borrow a lot of elements from that older game.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to play. This is going to be fun. Look, you can see here, there's kind of like, I don't know, it's supposed to be like Canadian lumberjack here with his plaid on and beard and things like that. But it's fun here. You can see, like I said, solo, multiplayer, up to 4 players locally, 6 online. So that's awesome. I don't know if it says if it'll be cross-play. I don't see anything mentioned there. But hopefully it will be. Look, we got 30 different arenas, plenty of mini games.
Nice.
It just looks fun. Like this is like just a game that you can just sit down and play with your friends, either locally or online.
Yeah.
So let's see. I have another tab open here. Oh yeah, here we go. I wasn't 100% sure. Granite T Rock tweeted here about, got an email saying the Phoenix Point DLC is hitting Stadia and everywhere else on March the 1st. So we've got some DLC here from the developers here for Phoenix Point, which is like an XCOM RTS type style game. So it's just great, to see that continued support here from developers and things like that. So that's going to wrap up our main news here. I don't see our guest is on yet. Maybe they're running late. So we'll swap it on over to NinjaGuy here.
Sure.
And
right.
Yeah. So here we go.
So what we can do, John, you can just like private chat me if you ever see him come in, and then we can jump on that. But so right now, guys, we would like to talk about the Winter Community Championship, which is happening right now. Let me just open a pop-up window here and maybe go on the PNTS network. And if you don't mind sharing my screen.
Yep. So we just had our guest pop up.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. We can talk about the network later on for sure.
Yep. Okay. Sorry about that.
No problem.
It was just like we just got right to it here. But okay. So here we are. We have our featured guest here, and we're going to bring him on. Hello. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
Good. So thank you for coming on the show here today, Derek. So as we mentioned earlier on the show, Derek is the owner of the special launch edition Stadia Clear controller that was given to developers. So you have that up for sale on eBay. Yes. And it's caused quite a kerfuffle, commotion in the community there. Lots of excitement over it. I know originally that you had posted to Reddit, but the posting got taken down. But then it was tweeted out and was shared. And once people got wind of it, including myself, we were all very, very interested in the controller and bidding on it and whatnot. And luckily, I was able to contact you via Reddit there and talk with you. And you agreed to come on and show the controller, talk about it as well. So we really do appreciate you taking the time here to talk about and show us the controller.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. It's really sweet.
Yeah. So do you have the controller there that you could maybe kind of like show it to people?
Sure.
I know you've posted pictures in the eBay auction and things like that.
Yeah,
but just be interesting
when it's in
to
motion.
See it. Yes.
And I don't know, if you don't feel like answering, there's no problem. But if you want to tell us also, like maybe how you got a hold of the controller, when did you start? How did you get a hold of it? And what's the history behind it?
I'd love to tell the story.
Awesome.
I'll show the controller first, and then I'll kind of talk about it.
Sure.
So here it is.
Okay, and I'm gonna move. Hold on, let me move you over here. Oops, hold on. There we go. Yep.
Here it is.
So there's. Yep.
It is genuine. It is not like my own molding of the controller. You can very faintly see the Google logo right there where the other Stadia controllers have them.
Nice.
And To show that it is in its working condition, I'll boot it up in person. And there it is trying to pair up with my Chromecast right now. And I think the coolest part of the controller is actually seeing the vibration. You can actually see the vibration motor spin when the controller.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. Oh, yeah. Yep. That's awesome.
So that's it there. As far as how I got it, it was 2 years ago. The article had just come out from 9 to 5 Google, and I think the title was something like the craziest controller you can't have.
Yep.
Something like that.
I remember seeing that, yep.
And I thought it was the coolest thing. And because I grew up kind of like with Game Boys and all that stuff, and I was infatuated with the clear aspect of controllers and consoles. And I thought it was sick. And then I think a week or so, then John McDowell had his like video showing off his controller.
Yeah.
He's a Stadia UI lead for design over there. And just seeing it kind of like very offhandedly put in camera and kind of being shown off that he has it working was really cool. So then I was like, I was a founder and I wanted more controllers. So I decided that I needed to kind of try to reach for them. And I wanted to buy all of them. So I wanted the black one, the wasabi one, and the white one, and kind of create the Stadia family. Hold on. My wife has arrived and she's locked out of the house.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yep. No worries.
Yeah.
Yep. No worries. Okay, so we're gonna just turn Derek off here. Yep, that's no problem. So that's awesome. We're hearing the behind the scenes story of how we got the controller here, so we can see. And you posted the link to the eBay auction. It's also in the description of the video. Do you want to maybe bring that? Can you bring that up, Ninja, and then I can share it?
Yeah, definitely.
While Derek's gone.
You mean on the private chat?
No, on your screen. If you want to bring it up.
Oh,
there.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay. And we can have that as Derek comes back here. There he is. Boom. And we can share that while he's talking as well. Let's see. There we go. Yep. So all right. Okay. So Derek's back here now. So we're just showing off the eBay auction here as well. You know, as you showed us the controller here, there's the original the auction that's still currently going. So okay, so continue on your story about the controller here.
So I had told my wife I wanted all the controllers. And then I started deciding I didn't really care if they were in new condition. I only really cared about having them all. So I started going on eBay and Mercari and offer up these just like places where Facebook Marketplace, places where people just list things just to sell. And I had searched on Mercari. I was looking for my last one, the Wasabi controller. And I searched Stadia controller. And on the top left, I saw a picture of a clear Stadia controller.
Wow.
And it was listed for, I think at the time it was like $40 or $50. I still have it saved on my phone.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It was still, I think it was the original person had it and wanted to do what John McDowell did. And I guess John McDowell started kind of doing that for the team members, where you started taking apart the controllers and just adding the brains.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's awesome.
I found that out through him as I was inspired to go through his route. And so I started talking to this guy and I was like, I don't know if what I'm seeing is true, but I need it. And he's like, well, actually, I forgot I had this listed on here. I have a guy coming already in like an hour who's going to come pick it up.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
So it was still listed, and I just immediately just bought. I just pressed buy now, spent $60, and it was shipping from California.
Wow.
And I messaged the guy. I was like, "Well, listen, I physically gave you the money first. Like,
Technically, yeah.
maybe this means I could have it."
Yeah.
And he just kind of sent me back a message. He was like, "Touche, I agree," and that's how
there
I
you
got it. That's how he
Wow.
went about shipping it to me.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, you got lucky. Oh my gosh. Right? Like
That is
1
so
hour
awesome.
after, and you would have lost your chance.
I think I can even still pull it up.
Ah.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, right?
Wow. Wow, that's awesome. And I know like you've posted pictures of when you had the controller, for the last couple of years over in Reddit. There's several posts there of, I remember seeing it where it's on the carpet there and it's got all the controllers, including the clear one there, and everyone on Reddit is like, where did you get that from? It looks so awesome. And it's one, it's like it's a piece of history that is so amazing, like it's very rare to see.
Yeah,
So,
I wanted to solidify a picture with all of them together because I didn't see it anywhere else in that like view. It's always been pictured kind of off to the side by itself, and then there's other pictures of other controllers, and I wanted to create the Stadia family with the center point being the clear one. But I actually do still have it. It was on Sunday, May 10th was the purchase.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
It's kind of hard to see.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh,
The
yeah.
picture and everything.
Yep, you
Man,
purchased, yeah.
I
Wow.
my heart would have
$60.
skipped a beat seeing that on Mercury for sure.
I know.
Yeah.
That would just be like, holy crap. Yeah, so there was like a lot of people think, oh well, no, it's just fake and that. So that's why I said, you know what? Let's bring you on the show here. We're talking to you. We see the controller. We find out the story. I mean, you're just showing us there from when you purchased it, May 20. Was it 2020 that you got it there? Yeah. So awesome. It's like this is so amazing to be able to have you on the show here, talk to you. People can see it, a real working controller. And I know you even sent me to a picture of it pairing up with with your Chromecast Ultra and things like that on the TV. So, totally did see it working here. And we've got a couple of days left. It ends Monday, close to noon Eastern, I think. Is that when the auction ends?
Yeah, I think it ends around 11 or so.
Yeah. So we'll see. Right now, NinjaGuy X had it up earlier. It was at $910 US. We'll see how much higher it goes here in the last couple of minutes. I would assume within the last few minutes that it's going to jump substantially. People, looking at it and waiting there to try and snipe it and see.
Yeah.
But Derek, would you be happy if it ever end up like with the price that it is right now? Like, are you satisfied with the price, or would you rather for it to be higher? In your opinion?
I'm not against it going on.
Yeah. No expectation. No expectation. Yeah.
It's more so like I've had a really good time with it. I have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It was kind of just one of those things where like I have too much stuff, and I'm like, I've enjoyed it. I know that it's mine because I've had it, and I just know that if I put it out there, like someone's gonna go bonkers over it. Now, I didn't expect everyone to go crazy over it. Like, I love Stadia, and that's why I bought it, and I wanted everything. But like, I like all gaming in general, so it's really just it took the turn that I wasn't expecting for sure.
Yeah.
If it goes higher, I'll certainly be happy. If it were to sell right now, I'd still be happy. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Years ago, when I did upload it to Reddit for the first time, everyone was like questioning whether it was real.
Yeah,
but it was
for sure.
So when I first uploaded it, it was so fresh to when the news came out about the existence of them.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was really hard to question its authenticity because it would be hard to fake, considering there's none out there.
Right. Yeah.
I would have no
exactly.
basis to go off of.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That video, it was very helpful. The video where someone showed, the working Stadia transparent control. I can't remember
the UI.
The UI in that. So I think that helps with the authenticity. And even then, with the video, you can see exactly that it's the same that you showed us in the picture, right? All the same kind of like the frame of it. It's all the same. So in my opinion, like it looks really real. I would have spent maybe a good chunk of money on it. Unfortunately, I don't have that amount. Maybe we can talk with the chat. Maybe we can start like gathering up money, and
we can pool all our money together here and see if we
can controller weekly to everyone. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Definitely, there's a lot of auto bidding going on, and someone has set their cap at a high bar.
Yes.
Hopefully, there's no fake bidding. I mean, I wish for the best. I really hope that whoever got that bid, give you that money, because it is a piece of history, and I think it's well worth that.
If I have been asked that question by people. It's like, well, what if it's just being artificially inflated and you don't end up selling it?
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't care. I still have it. I mean, if I don't end up selling it, I mean, now more people at least know about it, and that's kind of the main reason I want to come on is like, besides my friends and family, like no one's seen it, at least not in more motion, besides just that one video by John. And he's just kind of talking about the fact that he made it work, less than he's trying to show it off. It's kind of like that was kind of like an afterthought for him. Is like, here it is, this is all the work I've done, and now here it is working.
You're right.
That's awesome.
Which I also know is a big topic, is if I should have opened it or not.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what can you do now, right? It is what it is, and it's going for a really decent amount there. And regardless, it is, again, like we said, it is a piece of history there, one of a kind. You're probably never gonna see another one like these for sale. If so, it'll be years on end. So it's definitely for the person that does win this and get that, going to be a prized piece of their collection.
Yes.
And I could see there. Now I remember like talking with you as well. The holder that you've got there, that's something that's not from the original controller. That's something that you've got to hold the controller up there to be able to display it. Is that correct?
Yes, I wanted something special for all of them, so I tasked someone to 3D print controller stands, because when Stadia had its like first event, and they had like a place where you can come in and whatnot, they had like these mock-up like controller holders. And I thought those were so cool. And I was like, well, I want one now. So I can't buy one. I don't know where they got theirs.
I'm sure you looked up in Mercury and eBay, right? To see if you could maybe find one.
So I tasked someone. I was like, I want to create a aesthetic controller mount that kind of matches the theme of each controller. And by theme, I mean like the Founders is blue, and the S itself is that orange.
Right.
So for the clear one, I was like, it's kind of hard to do clear 3D printing, but we tried, and we came up with just like this design of just holding it.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So that when it is put into place, it just kind of feels like it's at home, even though it's not perfect.
Yes, I love it.
It looks really nice. Like
nice angle.
That's a great way to be able to display the controller there. And again, like I said, whoever wins that is a very lucky and awesome addition to their collection. So that's great. Like I said, we really do appreciate you coming on here. and to try and dispel any myths of people saying, "Oh, it's fake," or he's photoshopping things or whatever. This is the real deal. You've got it in your hands there. You've showed us it's working. We saw the front and the back. You've got a whole bunch of pictures up on the auction there. We now know the story behind it. You show of when you purchased it. You still have the little thing. So not only is this a great piece, but the story behind it is what helps make it elevates it to even a higher status.
Mhm.
So would be awesome to be able to talk to, which I know will probably never happen, the person that wins it, to be able to see what they do with the controller and how they add it to their collection. So who knows? Maybe after the auction ends, we'll see online a week later someone pop up with a tweet saying, "Hey, I just bought the new controller from Derek here." But yeah, that's awesome. And again, anybody that if you want to take a look at the pictures or are interested in bidding on it, in the description, there's a link in the description. NinjaGuy X also posted the link in the chat here as well, so you can scroll back up. But yeah, so the auction ends Monday, February the 8th, right around 11 in the 11 o'clock hour.
Yeah, the 7th, Monday the 7th. Yeah.
Oh, the 7th. Okay. Yep. So the 7th there. Alrighty. So that's awesome. Well, thank you, Derek. We appreciate you coming on the show here, talking to us, showing it off, and we wish you all the best. And
Yes.
we'll be watching it here to see what it goes for, and we'll definitely give an update on next week's show about what it went for. And good luck on selling the controller.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I wanted to let everyone know if it doesn't sell for whatever reason, I'm going to not post an eBay link, but I'm going to repost it on Reddit, and I will try to sell it to whoever wants it for their home.
Oh.
Not for $1,000, just for whoever really wants it. Because I know you really wanted it.
Yes, I do. I still do. I just don't have that type of money to be able to purchase it. As much as I love and want it, there's no way. I looked for pennies under the couch and in the cushion, and that stashed away cash. I don't have it, but yeah, definitely. If something doesn't go fly with you there, hit me up. We're still got that chat on Reddit there, and we'll see what we can do. If not, I'll definitely, if we can't come to an agreement, if it comes to that, then I'll try as best as what I can do to help you along.
At the very least, I'd like to, I don't know why I didn't think of it before, but I'd like to send it to more people so that more people could actually get their hands on it.
Yeah. That's
I'm
awesome.
sitting here holding it, and it's still hard to believe that no one has it really.
Right. Yeah. That's the one of a kind, and there's very limited. I don't know how many they produced, but we know it wasn't a lot. For the dev team there.
I did get into contact with some developers. The most I ever spoke to was John, and he never divulged. He was kind. He was like, I can't tell you how to take it apart, but there's videos out there that'll kind of guide your way there. And he was really kind enough to friend me on Stadia, so it's really cool to have him. Cool. And that was probably my VIP moment, was having the controller and then having an actual developer from Stadia as my friend.
That's awesome.
And then after that, I just try to find out for more of them, and he confirms there's it's a very tiny pool. From what I've heard in the estimates, it's 15 or 20-ish.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
a risk.
And the reason they didn't even come with brains is just because then that would mean they would have to be coded with a way to interact with Stadia. It means they would be more expensive, and it was just they already have all of these. People have seen the project, the behind the scenes sneak peeks.
Right.
They already have a bunch of these clear shells because it's easy to mass produce the clear ones. And then they just decided, well, we'll just put the main component, a fake motherboard, just so that it can click, and give them out. It's really bizarre because it weighs like nothing.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. And that's it. And what you put inside there was from the guts from like a founder controller or just a different controller in there, right?
I wanted to keep it as special as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to buy another Founders Edition controller. I bought it used because I only need the brain.
Right. Right.
So that at least, at the very least, when it does, if someone were to use it, I mean, my philosophy is there's a reason the team members put brains in them. When you have it in person, it's like having a car with no engine. It's like no matter how cool the car is, it's just at least you want to hear it.
Yeah.
Like,
right. Yeah, for sure.
And just seeing, I'll just show it again once more. Just seeing this little light blink.
It's cool. It's very cool.
Seeing the vibration motor.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like seeing it move around there.
Takes a second.
Yep.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then seeing the charging. Like just knowing that it works is what makes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Awesome. Like with the transparency, it just looks so slick.
Yeah, in the dark, it really does illuminate and glow throughout the controller.
Yeah. Whoever buys it for 1,000, I don't think they'll be using it for leisure, like.
I only used it once to play Guilt when Guilt was the biggest Stadia game at the time. And I only used it because I was kind of in a slow-paced area, and I just wanted to make sure that I didn't mess it up, that all the buttons are working, it's fully functional, so that, when I put it away, it's like, that is a controller. It's not just,
it's like
not
pristine
just a piece
condition.
there. It's not like, I could have made a shell of this easily.
Right.
It wouldn't have been identical, but anyone can make a shell. It's a real controller.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show here. We wish you the best. And if it doesn't work out, you know where to get a hold of me. But again, thanks so much, Derek. Hope you have a great weekend, and we'll talk with you again soon.
Good luck, Derek. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Night.
Wow. So there's still a chance, John. There's still a chance.
I really, really want that, but who knows? Yeah. We'll see if it's in the cards. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. I was so glad that Derek agreed to come on to the show here, and just something unique, a piece of history. If we don't ever get to hold it in our hands, at least we were able to talk to the guy that was he got it from someone in California there. And it was just like the story behind how he got that was amazing, right?
Yes.
It's like someone's already on their way to get it. He's like, I just bought and paid and sent you the money.
Full
like,
skull.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess I have to send it to you. So
yeah,
that's awesome.
Man.
Awesome. Okay. So let's go back here. We'll,
okay.
There we go. Yep.
So we have the Winter Community Championship happening right now, and this week, it's currently happening. This week we have Wreckfest, and you can still register. You can register anytime. There's no deadline, but the week one for Wreckfest ends on Sunday at midnight. PST. So that's like 8 a.m. in UK. So, you still have a lot of days. You can also look at my streams if you want, just to have a look at what you need to do. But the challenge is to go ahead and do the weekly challenge. And all of the instruction is here on the PNTS network. So let me just copy this and put it in the chat here, like this. And so all you have to do is go in the game, click on tournament, click on weekly challenge, and then you do the challenge and you try to beat the scores that are actually already here. Man, there's some pretty intense people out there. They beat my score. I had a hard time getting to my score, but there's still like 4 or 5 people who beaten it. So it's very competitive this time around, and I love it. I really tried, and it's cool to see all these people. I was gonna do a demonstration, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and jump to the community news just because we had a lot of exciting stuff to talk about today. It was cool. We had Ray, we have Derek here for the Stadia controller guy. We call him, or no, I think we called him the controller guy. Yeah, Derek, the controller guy.
Yep.
That's how we coded him. But yeah, so let's jump into the community news. So let me just close this. Okay. So first of all, we've created a new Twitter account here called Stadium Connect Nord at Stadium Connect N. So if you want to keep up to date with the latest news of Stadium Connect Nord, all you have to do is follow us and hit that bell button here to get all the notifications. And let me do that right now because I guess I didn't press that bell. But yeah, so it's a nice place. You can keep up to date. You can see what we're going to talk about. We might even put some news out there, just to show what's going to happen with our show. So it's a good place to keep up to date.
Yep, and it's also, so Ninja, before you close it out there, we've got some links there. So if you want to go ahead and click on, the link tree here, this opens up and it gives you the Twitter profile, my YouTube channel, NinjaGuy's YouTube channel, and also Spotify. So you can find us there, Spotify, for the all the greatest podcasts there. They usually get up are put up live about a day after the show airs here on YouTube. So I know a lot of, or not a lot, many people like this, so that because they can listen to it maybe while they're doing some work or driving to work or just on a break or things like that. So it's awesome here. So links are our YouTube and also Spotify itself. So yeah, it's great, and we've had a great response from people. You can see already 115 people in the community are following, and it's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Next up, I decided to put it pretty much in the beginning just because it's exciting news here. So, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is something that I've talked about on Discord, and I was like, oh man, I hope it goes on Stadia because we had Borderlands 3, and this is a potential one. So Game Rant here has an article, and if you scroll down to the bottom, all the way down. Here it says, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands launches March 25th, 2022 on PC, PS4, PS5, Stadia, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X. So there you have it. We didn't put in the official news just because this is from an article. So, they might have gotten that from, I don't know, news, I don't know how you call it, newsletters or something like that. But it's very promising. Hopefully we'll get it because I'd love to get some more Borderlands games on Stadia.
Yes, that's awesome.
So this would be exactly, and this would be like the third game announced on Stadia for March, if that's the case, which is good for the 100 plus games that we might be getting this year. So that's cool. So next up we have Dead Carnival. So Dead Carnival is giving away a $50 gift card for Steam. But I think they're giving 2 of them, right?
Two, it looks like 2 of them there, yeah.
But you and a referee can win $50 for Steam giveaway card.
Look at that.
And all you have to do is enter by going here. You know what? I'm going to do my entries today. So, but I'm always like that. So I'm just going to put the link here for you guys to go in. But yeah, all you have to do is go in every day. Get your entries. I do have some entries already, so maybe I just need to sign in. Here, you'll connect your Twitter account. As you can see. So now I just have to click on my daily bonus entry, and I don't think I have the loyalty, so no, I don't.
Oh yeah, I don't have that yet either.
Yeah, but yeah, as you can see, you can get some entries. There's a lot of entries already.
Whoa.
There's a lot. I don't know, and like if we go take a calculator here.
Yeah.
Just to give you a little bit more hopes, right? So if you do 8050 divided by 24.
I'm going to have to crash your computer.
Yeah. Right. So I have 2% chance of winning. So yeah.
Well, there you go. That's still right. That's better than nothing, right?
Yeah, exactly. So go ahead and give it away. And also it's a good way to support Dead Carnival, which is a game that's going to come out sometime this year, and really look it up. If you don't know about Dead Carnival, it looks very promising, a very cool game.
Yep.
Next up, we have el registro de la marca pasa el proceso. No, I don't know what this means, but let's translate it. The registration of the mark Stadia passes the complete process in Australia, just like what happened recently in Brazil. So very promising. Again, we've seen talks about expansion to other countries. So far, it seems kind of official that it's been approved to be in Australia and Brazil.
Yep.
So, John, if you want to, do you want to talk a little bit about that, maybe?
Yeah, so that's again, this is, I think we talked about the Brazil last week as well.
Yeah.
This isn't, it's like not a confirmation that it's coming, but it's a good sign. And I also think if can you just scroll up just a little bit there, click on that person's name.
Okay.
I think there's a Japan one as well.
Oh, no way.
Oh, what's that right there? So this is new. I don't know what this
we don't
is.
know what.
Oh, India. So it says something about India here.
The Stadia brand has been registered since October 2019, more than 2 years, and still nothing known. So it just means that it can still take a while. Nothing's set in stone, but
but it's promising. At least it's been registered, and I think he also has Japan on there as well. So it just shows you at least there's some initial consideration going on here.
Yes.
Again, nothing may have ever come of it. We did see some jobs that mentioned India Telecom. Look there, we saw South Korea. So this particular person is really digging in deep here.
Yeah.
And this is what the Stadia community does here. They really go in deep. Japan since March the 4th of last year. So we did see Xbox Cloud Gaming this past fall expand into Australia, Japan, Brazil, and Mexico, I think.
Yeah.
So these are all natural places that we think Stadia could expand to. And I believe I know we were talking about this, Ninja, that someone that was in Brazil were saying like that when they ping the server now, it's a local at least closer, like within the country response rather than being outside of the country. So
yes.
Yeah.
So
exciting
things
news,
are happening. Yeah, things are happening. They're moving on with their projects. They're looking for expansion. Is it is it still towards Stadia? Is it towards maybe like another type of service that we're gonna get? Whatever it is, it's very exciting. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. For sure.
All right. So next up is a rumor. So Dying Light 2. When it the day before it came out or something like that, actually it was February 1st.
So Tuesday.
You could go on the store and select to buy the game digital, and you would see the Stadia here, so available on Xbox. It would tell us all the platforms that it's coming on, and Stadia is there. So it got everyone curious, like, is it coming out on day one or not? Like, we're not sure. This is exciting. But then we got an update, and they removed that branding off the store. So we did not get it day one, as you can see. I think today was the release date of the game. And but it's promising. We might see it in the future. We might not. It's hard to tell. So it's all about rumors. But what do you think, John? Do you think?
I think this is kind of like what Scarf, right? But Scarf was more elaborate, right? Like Scarf had the whole graphics and everything.
Yeah.
So in order for Techland to have this information on there, like, they don't have any other games on Stadia. So, I mean, if they did, you could say, oh, well, maybe they just copied and pasted it from somewhere. So, it looks like that it's potentially coming to Stadia. I know, like you mentioned here, on like what they have on Stadia sources, once everyone started talking about it, Techland, just like Scarf, said, "Oh crap, let's go and update it," and they removed it, right?
Yeah.
So that's been removed. But I know Jem had posted something about it's still like the Stadia name was still in the code or something like that, the HTML of the website. So again, it's nothing like it's all speculation. Could it have been coming, and then maybe it's not now? Is it still coming? But it's it's a little bit late. We
Yeah.
don't know, but it's just fun and interesting to look at this, to look at this stuff and hoping that
And
it
assume
does
like
come.
yeah, and make some pretend that what's gonna happen. Like
Yeah.
guess what's gonna happen. You never know. Like it could be that it's coming later on, or it could
Hmm.
be that they prepared all the template and then the contract fall through. You never know.
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
also a possibility. But
Yep.
let's keep our hopes up, because Dying
Yeah.
Light looks a very cool game. So I hope to
Yep.
get to play it. Yep.
Yep.
Next up is so John has posted a video on his channel, and this is all about Stadia Net, the
Yep.
scientist. So he
Hmm.
decided to make a video about 10 tips and tricks for a successful vineyard in 100 days winemaking simulator. And I've watched the video, and it's very well made, guys. So if you're really into wine simulator and want to understand some tricks after finishing the story mode, how to get better at the game, go ahead and click this. Go ahead in this video and watch it. It's very very well made. So let me just put
Yeah,
a
the
link
the
here.
scientist he did a fantastic job. I've got all the link to his socials in the description of that video as well. He's got a blog. He has a YouTube channel himself. But like you said, did a great job. This is a follow up. We talked with Yves not too long ago about 100 Days Winemaking Simulator. And this is a great follow up. Even Yves himself saw this and retweeted it as well. So scientists did a great job. And it's all about helping, promoting, maybe the lesser known people in the community. He had said, oh, well, by putting it on my channel there'll be more eyes on it, so more people can learn about him. And then, like I said, all his contact details are in the description there, so you can find him. Yep, if you show more, yep, you can find him. He did a great job. He's got Twitter, YouTube, and the blog there. So make sure
Nice.
and check out I think it's is it
Oh,
Dadia.net?
oh,
Yeah,
maybe, yeah, that would make
yeah, I
sense.
don't
Yeah,
I'm not sure, but
yeah.
yeah, the links are all there. A great guy. So
Yeah. Oh,
awesome
maybe
to
maybe
see.
it's because Stadia. Maybe it's Stadia. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking
You
too
know
much
what?
about it. Yeah.
We could maybe get him on the show here one time and see if he can
Ah,
help us. Just like
yeah,
InLead, is it InLead and InLed?
yeah.
We don't know, but
Maybe he'll
we'll find
refuse
out.
to go on the show because he doesn't, want to tell us.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
But yeah, shout out to the scientist there for great video. He was like, oh, well, I'm not very technically inclined in how to make these videos, but did a great
Oh my
job.
gosh, so
Great
good.
job. So it's awesome.
Better than what I do. Like this must have taken a lot of time. Like there was a lot
Yeah,
of
he said.
work on that. Yeah,
Hmm.
for sure. So next up, since we're talking about 100 days, today, Eve Holler,
Hmm.
he posted some interesting information here. He decided to show us how the sales got distributed for his game. So here's saying there's some interest around the percent of distribution of copies sold of 100 days between the different store. This data are considering the data until end of January. So did 100 Days came out on Pro in January, John?
No, it's been pro, because I know he said they did very well in December. I don't remember when it
Right.
came to pro. It was sometime
Must have been
last year,
in
maybe the
December.
fall. The fall. I
Oh,
think it was the
okay.
fall.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe like October, November. I
Okay.
forget.
So there must be a little bit of stats from Pro in
Mm.
here also, which is nice.
Mhm.
Mobile version has been released 4 months after the PC version. So as you can see here, it makes sense that Steam would be the most popular one for the sales, and it's nice that such an indie game did so well on Steam. So hats off to Eve. He's he's done a really good job with this game. Then it's iOS, and then it's Android, and then if you go look into Stadia and you compare it with GOG and itch.io, Stadia did better than those two, which is kind of cool. This news appeared while I was streaming. So, like you said, John, like people were like, "Oh yeah, did you see the sale thing?" I was like, "No, like what are you guys talking about?"
Yeah.
So this
But
came in.
yeah,
Mhm.
so that's good. Like again, like we talk about cloud gaming being 1 to 2% of the overall gaming business, and here's a perfect example, right? Stadia clocking in there at 2.3%, considering it such like cloud gaming is still considered niche, right?
Mhm.
So this is good. And you said it's actually performed better than some other uh
Yeah,
other
I
platforms as
I
well. So
yeah, I buy stuff on GOG sometimes. So
mhm,
it's
mhm.
pretty popular, which I was pretty impressed.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, so Clive's in the chat here. He
Yeah.
says it doesn't include Pro.
Mhm.
So
Thanks for clearing
that's
that
good.
out.
Yeah, and you said that they were very happy with the sales on there, and that when it did go to Pro, that stuff it did pick up considerably. So there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So next up, I think. Oh, you talked about this today. I thought you talked about it on the show, but no. So John today was streaming Super Animal Royale, and he announced
Mhm,
this. So on the Stadia Discord, they're doing a special event with Super Animal Royale this Sunday
mhm,
evening for UK. And what it is so the Stadia Discord community uh, was able to get a private server from Super Animal Royale, and you can join in. And what's going to happen is only the people who's joining in from the Stadia Discord will be able to play. So we won't be having any like random or AIs playing with us. So this is going to be a very cool event. If you want to play only with Stadia people, uh, feel free to go. And it's nice that maybe we'll be seeing like regular events like that. Maybe it's not just a one time, right? So it'd be cool
mhm.
if you get to see that again. So all you
Yep.
need to do is go on on discord.gg/stadia, join in, and
Mhm,
go in the community channel. So it's like hashtag community dash events or something like that.
mhm, mhm.
And you'll get all the news you need to join in on the fun.
Yep. Yep. I believe that's Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, and evening for the UK. So that would be
Yes.
what, 8 o'clock, I think, in the UK.
Yeah, something like that. I don't think I'll be able to participate, unfortunately. How about you, John? Will you have something?
I'm gonna try there. I missed the last one, which I think was at
Yeah.
Halloween. So I'm gonna try to do this. I know you and I are doing commentating on some Winter Community Championship stuff tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah.
So that kind of frees me up there for Sunday. So I'm gonna try my best to make the event on Sunday. At least play for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good idea, and hope to
Mhm.
see the chat participating also.
Yes. Yeah.
So last but not least, here we have a contest. So to celebrate 1,000 Team Stadia friends, I am hosting a giveaway for one of the Scarlet Streams Stadia inspired hoodie, open worldwide. So wait, it doesn't tell us what do you need to do here for some reason.
Oh yeah, there it
Oh,
is
the rules
on
are
the
there. Okay,
infographic.
so
Yeah.
you need to follow this account, retweet this post, and comment your favorite hoodie color. So it's ends on February 14. You still have a lot of time, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
post a link here for you guys again. Um, here you go.
And we talked about Scarlett's hoodie when she
Yes.
first announced it. I think she brought it back, announced it like it's just new a couple of weeks ago or something like that. And
Mhm.
people were in the chat very excited for it. And I entered this contest too because I would love to win one. So I'm interested to see. So Ninja, what would if you could choose one here to win? What color would you choose?
It's funny you asked that because I think I choose your least favorite one, and it's the light mode.
Oh,
Light mode is the one I
oh, the
picked.
light mode.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember what I chose. I don't know if I chose Wasabi or Founder. I like
Ah.
them all.
Yes.
I love all the different designs.
Mhm.
And in a world where I had infinite money, I'd buy them all. Like what
Yeah.
actually, you know what I would do? I would buy 2 sets of them.
Oh
One
my
to put
gosh.
away for
Yeah.
collection and one to wear, right?
Oh
So
my
that's what I do.
gosh.
In the ideal world, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Just so, one day, because one day my son's gonna, inherit all my gaming things and stuff like that. He already loves to collect plushies and special things like that. So,
Nice.
you know, I try to be able to have one to use, one to put away. And now that sounds horrible, but
Yeah.
I think I responded with either Wasabi or Founders.
Yes. That would be my
so
second choice for sure. Founder
yeah.
looks awesome. Mhm.
Yeah. So this is great though, because Scarlett, it's on her Etsy page that she sells it, but she doesn't ship because of the cost overseas. So if
Oh,
you wanted to buy one, pretty much it's limited to the US and Canada. I mean, I did offer that if anybody wants it, that we could buy it and they pay the shipping and stuff like that. But I'm sure it'd be pretty expensive. But this is worldwide, so this is awesome. This is your chance for the people over in Europe to get one, and actually like at no cost, right? So
mhm.
this is awesome here. Yeah, there she goes. Her inspired hoodies here.
There you go.
Scarlett, yeah.
Oh no, that's a stream.
Oh,
Nice. I didn't know she had a stream, but no, I'd like to get her on the show maybe at some point. Maybe
mhm.
she'd be interested in talking about that. So
Yeah, for
that'd
sure.
be
Yep,
cool.
she's
Yeah.
over at Stadia Source there, and very an awesome individual there. But yeah, she makes a whole bunch of other items, and
I'm
not
trying to
just
find her. Is it here?
click on
Okay.
that. That might link to
Oh
her.
man, I want
Look,
to
she
find her
does
store.
woodwork, she does graphics.
She does
Click
everything.
on click on the woodwork. Let's see.
Okay.
It might take you to
Did she? Oh my God! Did
there's
she
no,
make a
like,
board game? She's
like she has like all
amazing.
this.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. She does have a store
It's weird that it's
somewhere.
not on her page.
Yeah. How about if you scroll down just a little bit and see? No. Yeah, I would have thought.
I
Well,
wouldn't think that she
on the
took it.
show, a
Yep.
couple of shows that we did before, we do have the link to it in the description. So anybody looking for it can go back. We have it in a little infographic where it shows her hoodie. But yeah, it's really awesome. So hopefully we'll see who wins. It's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
And that wraps it up for
I
the
think
community
so.
news. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do, as usual, we're gonna jump in and open the chat with the community here, and we can talk. So John, I have maybe two things that we can talk about, and we can let the
Okay.
chat maybe decide what we want to
Sure.
talk about. The first
Yep.
thing is, of course, the article. If the chat wants to get into that and see
Mhm.
what you want to talk. But other than that, I'd like to know, your games. What game wouldn't you have played if you didn't discover Stadia, right? Like on Pro or on anything. So what game you would have never played
Hmm.
if it wasn't for Stadia? What about you, John? Do you know?
I gotta. I mean, I can think of it at the time,
Yes.
but now, like, there's so many games just swirling through my head.
Mhm.
I don't know offhand. I know that's a cop out. Let me think about it. How
Okay.
about I'll defer it over to you?
Oh no! You gotta- Yeah.
Do you have, or maybe the chat? Like,
Yeah,
maybe
definitely.
let's kind of throw it over to the chat here
Mhm.
and see, are there any games that you've played on Stadia Pro that you normally wouldn't have tried? We'll give an example. Rock, I saw he was in here earlier in the chat, and I mentioned it too, like the Nanotale Typing Chronicles.
Yes.
He normally would have never played that game, purchased it or whatever, but because it was on Pro and it didn't cost him, anything extra, download it, try it out, and said he had a pretty good time with it. Very interesting, and so it's great. It just opens your eyes up to some of the other games that you might not necessarily play. So that's a good starter. We can start off
Yep.
the conversation
And-
that way. I see
Zarina here. She says that.
Oops.
Wait, yeah. Or
no,
yeah,
go ahead,
okay.
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yep.
Zarina says Kaze. Of course, Kaze is excellent. And you know what? Without Stadia, I wouldn't have known about this game, because what I did is I was looking at the full list of Stadia games, and John, I'm very up to date with gaming. Like I look at every title and I know them all. And when I looked at Kaze, I was like, I've never heard of this game, and I need to know about it, right? Because and so I started looking at it. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is Donkey Kong. Like this is a 2D platformer. I need to play it.
Yep.
I love it. So I
Yeah.
agree with Zarina there for sure.
Yep. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to highlight here. Paul
Okay.
saying Outcasters. That's good. That was a
Yeah.
great, being a Stadia Pro game. Some good here. What's that? Wavetail from Papa Bear Gaming.
Yeah.
Would have never known about it otherwise.
Yeah, definitely.
Go Granite.
Yeah.
Moonlighter, but it's fun.
Yeah.
That's good. Right. That's a good example, right? Like Moonlighter there, he thought, it might be interesting, but he didn't want to spend any money on it. But
that's true.
Part of Pro.
Yeah. I heard about it beforehand, and but I never played it. Like even one of my best friend was like that. It's actually the person who made our logo, Joseph.
Oh, okay.
He mentioned.
There we go.
He kept mentioning me this game. He's like, oh, you got to play that. You got to play that. But I never actually took the chance to until I signed on Pro. I was like, okay, well, I mean, it's telling me to try it, right? And oh my gosh, it's so good.
Yeah, Granite here. So this is. Do you know how to pronounce this? Is it Chuludu?
No.
Or do you know how to say it?
Oh, it's Cthulhu.
Oh, it's what?
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu Saves Christmas.
Yes.
Now, I'm a naughty boy here because I claim this game, but I still haven't played it. And this was a pro game, I think December of 2020.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. So my question is, so have you played this? Have you played
Platinum? I 100% achieved it.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So not being Christmas, is it still like should you play it around Christmas time or what do you think?
I'm not maybe the right person to ask because I wasn't too much of a fan of the game.
Oh, okay.
It definitely gives the spirit of Christmas. So I would say maybe you can give it a first look during maybe December or around that time. I definitely say that maybe that's a better way. But no, yeah, it didn't really ring with me. But
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay. So here we go. Grime. I can't see. It says Grime.
Yeah.
Rebellica, one hand clapping.
Nice.
Never knowing about it without Stadia. So that's awesome. So here's another game. David brings up Rain. So I either claimed or bought that because it was like super cheap. Like it was like under $5.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, for that price I'll buy it. I haven't played it. So that's another game that I still need to play.
Yeah.
But because of Stadia Pro, I will end up playing it, right? So
exactly.
I haven't played it, but I will. So
yeah. John has a lot of game, and what I like to do is I like to go in his list of games that he owns because you can do that. He has them publicly, right? So I look at them and I see, oh, he has this game. So I'm like, oh, John, what do you think of this game? And he's like, either I can't remember or
because there's so much. Yeah. But I know like what we're doing, like even on Discord there, like for Luna, so I have access to Luna to be able to stream it, and I'm like, okay, what would you guys like to see? And you and Daniel put together a list of different games, which is awesome because I'd love to create content, and all of the games on the list are exactly the ones I'd be playing anyways. I love to create content that others are interested in as well. Yes. So not only, like we streamed Gris the other day, we enjoyed playing that and taking a look at it, and we found out that you own Gris four times?
3 times. Yeah.
3 times.
Yep.
Right. 3 physical different versions of the game.
I own Enter the Gungeon like 7 times physically. Yeah.
That's awesome though.
I like to support these guys, right? Like when they do a good game, a good job, that's what I want to do.
Yeah. That's all that matters. Like as long as you enjoy it and it's for a cause that you feel deemed worthy, like who are we to judge, right? So that's awesome. You're enjoying it, you're supporting those developers, and you've got enjoyment from it.
Exactly. So guys, if there's ever like a Stadia game, you're like, oh man, like I want to see some gameplay and there's not enough or anything like that, just go on Force Cars Discord, go on the Stadia channel, just ask John for if you want to do a first impression, and he'll be gladly accept that,
So. Or you too, if you have the game as well, either one of us, definitely, because we like to stream and things like that. So let's see, hold on here, we've got Soul Home Studio. So I would not have played any of these games as I'd given up on gaming, distribute hardware model, and non-recyclable plastic licenses. So that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's Marcus. Soul
Oh,
Home
is it?
Studio. I think that's Marcus. Yeah. So Marcus here. That's great. He would have never played any of the games.
That is true. That is true. Like, people there's people who stopped playing video game, and Stadia like brought back like their you know, the will to play back games, which I find pretty cool because it's so convenient.
We got Lord Vivek says Dragon Woods and Ready Gamer 1.
Huh. Honestly, I'm not familiar with these.
Yeah, hold on. Dragon Woods and Ready Gamer 1. I'm not sure what Lord Vivek's talking about there. Maybe I missed a conversation.
Yeah.
Founders.
He's talking about board games, I think.
Oh,
Ready Gamer 1. Ready Gamer 1. No, wait.
Isn't that a movie?
Maybe. Oh, I think he's late in the conversation because I think Ready Gamer 1 is the Scarlet's kind of clothing.
Okay, yeah. Maybe he's watching
a little bit.
Maybe his stream is just a little behind. I'm not sure, but
good.
Granite Singer, did Rain get touch controls? It would be awesome with that.
Yes.
Direct touch. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna fire up here while we're while we're talking, and let's see if Rain has.
It would be the perfect game for direct touch because this game is on mobile, and all you have to do is flick those cards. That's all you have to do, and I find when I was thinking what the direct touch game, like what would be the best direct touch game, Rain definitely came in mind here. So it's so easy that John's just gonna do it.
Yeah, so I've got it on my phone here, looking down at my phone, and let's see, checking your connection. Let's tell us it's gonna have important information. No, it says try the touch gamepad. So I don't know if it'll show here.
Okay.
It's got the reflection. Yeah, and you can see. Yeah, there you are. Woo!
Ooh, look at that guy.
Yeah. So there you go. You can kind of see it. Look, it's got that virtual controller on there. So yeah, that would be a good game.
Yeah, definitely
for direct touch. Yeah.
Papa
Who knows?
Bear.
Maybe they'll add it.
Yeah. I really hope so because it is the perfect game for direct touch. But I don't know, like Devolver Digital Games. I don't know, like if we lost support from them because lately we haven't seen too much games from this publisher. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, sure.
Papa Bear Gaming says I hadn't gamed for around a year before Stadia release. Now I play several times daily across numerous devices. That is the fun of it, right? That this is one of the main reason why Stadia is so convenient.
Oh, look at this. Here's the game that you need to play, Risk of Rain.
Yeah.
Or Vivek said.
Yeah. Risk of Rain. What's funny, John, is that I own the vinyl for both soundtracks, the Risk of Rain 1 and 2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
I really enjoy the music. The music is like a mix of progressive rock and like almost like Dream Theater kind of music.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know why I just listened to it for fun and I fell in love with it.
No, that's awesome. So it's on the same level as Kid Dracula?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh no, definitely on a whole different level.
Whole different level here.
Yeah.
So let's see. Rebellica was staying here. My computer was getting too old and to play most games too. Yeah. Stadia just works with it though. So that's like a recurring theme that we see from a lot of people here, and that's what's like. Stadia's found its ground. Oh, here you go. Lord Vivek is just left and right here. Steam World Games. Here's an awesome game, Pixel Junk Raiders.
I was gonna give you a spoon if you wouldn't say that.
Yeah, that I love that game. Although I suck, I'll never be able to finish it, and not nearly as good as like you are at it. I just love the aesthetics. I love the gameplay in it, and I just remember at the Summer Community Championship, you in Malaysia. And
oh my gosh,
Malaysia, it was like back and forth, and he was like, "Oh, am I going to do it? I'm going to do it," and it's just amazing. So it's awesome. If they ever make vinyl of that for the soundtrack, I'm buying it. Like for sure.
Yes.
Just because it's like anything Pixel Junk Raiders,
Yeah.
I'll buy because it's awesome.
I really wish that you could finish it, John, because the credit song is the best song out of
Oh, really?
all. It's so good. And like, I'm sure you can finish it. It's all about patience, because for me, it took me 10 hours of gameplay before I started getting good. It's really it really takes a lot of time. Like, I think that the progression, they missed you know, a good opportunity to have a better progression. But all you have to do, all of my Raiders friend, like, all you have to do is be persistent. They're all going to say that to you after, like, after a long time. You get used to it, and you actually start, you know, enjoying the game a lot more like that.
Yeah, like, I mean, I enjoy it when I play it. I just die because, like, the huge monsters
hard.
and things like it. Yeah, it's hard and things like that. But I enjoy that sense of adventure, the way it looks. I love like the weapons and the jumping. But yeah, it's difficult sometimes. The enemies can be a little cheap at times, but it's kind of like disheartening. Like, you'll spend like a half hour on this level here, and you get up to a certain point, and then you die, like,
it's
oh my
all
god,
your progress lost. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And
I know.
I think I got to a point where I was playing it that any of the missions left were all above my level. So no matter what I did, I was always in a disadvantage. You start out the level and it says your character isn't
under
strong enough.
level.
It's under level for this. So I'm like, so I'm already like at a disadvantage as it is. So I think that's kind of like when I stopped playing it.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy it and love seeing other people play it as well.
That's the issue. So there's you can do state share, right? To and share people's level. And that's like, people don't take advantage of that, and you have to. If you don't do that, the game is going to be impossible to finish.
Okay, so like you said, like, that might have been like, if they ever do make a sequel, something that they can improve upon, because you can get to a point where it's almost next to impossible to progress unless you use state share. Okay.
Exactly.
So I'm not alone there. So maybe
no. Oh my gosh, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Papa Bear says, I hear so much about Pixel Junk Raiders, but have never seen it, and I have no idea what it's about. Would you kindly enlighten me in a few words? Pixel Junk Raiders, oh my gosh, it's hard to explain. It's right. So I can tell you that the combat is almost like Dark Souls. So it's very like, you have a stamina bar, and you can attack, and you can block, and you can dodge, and you gotta, you know, always take your stamina bar into consideration. You are like a mercenary. So there's a planet where it's been invaded by aliens, and you're a mercenary and try to rescue the survivors on the planet. And all you do is doing mission after mission and try to rescue those aliens, those survivors from the planet. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
And the thing is, though, when you try to rescue the survivors, if there's an alien nearby, you can't do it because for whatever reason. So you've got to go and find out where it is. It again, I love the game. It's awesome. I love, like I said, the way it looks, the way it plays, although there's that point where you can't progress.
Yes.
But it's very unique. But you, like you said, you definitely have to have the patience for it. And now I know you pretty much are guaranteed have to use the state.
Oh, you have to. Yeah. And
to be able to.
What brought me to it, like what attracted to me, what was the graphics? The graphics.
That's what was for me too.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, it looks awesome. So, and I know, what did you recently did? What did you finish on it? That was like the last chunk, or 100% it is?
Yeah. So I 100% achieved it a few weeks ago. But I got to thank Kralk for that. Kralk put so much hours in finding the last treasures. That was the last achievement I needed. There was no way I was going to spend like another 60 hours trying to find these treasures. Like, I spent too much time in the game already. And so I really appreciate Kralk for doing that. So I have 100% achieved the game. I'm still going to play it because it's, I really enjoy it. So
yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. Alrighty, well, I think that's probably gonna wrap up this week's episode.
Yes, sir.
It's been action-packed. We've had we talked with Ray. We talked with the controller guy.
Yeah.
We talked about the article that came out today, and all the other news, new games.
The
It's
community
awesome.
championship.
Yeah, the Winter Community Championship. I think my brain's fried. I'm trying to remember.
Oh my gosh, yes, you did so much today, John. Your anniversary. Happy Scarmiversary again.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. And everybody is so awesome and nice. And, just, when news comes out or articles come out with this and social media explodes, just take a step back and, wait for everything to cool down. Because, it's that roller coaster ride. Like, remember, it's like, it's up here. Articles good about the Stadia Pro for February being better than PlayStation Plus, and then now we're down to here. Oh,
always
the same news. The what they're abandoning it. Their white label. Well, no, they're not abandoning it. They've already talked about this last year. They're doing what they said they were going to do. One person, a source, a name says, oh, they roughly guesstimate about 20% effort. It's just play the games and enjoy it. It is whatever happens. There's nothing we can change about it. And again, if you don't enjoy it, then, play something else. It's completely fine. So
exactly. It's all about enjoying whatever's there right now. So
Yep. Exactly. So, alrighty. Well, so tomorrow, if you want to mention for people,
so tomorrow we have me and John are going to stream on my channel. So we're going to be hosting some of the streams from the week 1 of the Winter Community Championship. So we'll be there commentating on. I'm going to try to put 4 streams on there, and we're going to try to look at them and see if we can, talk about the championship. So it's going to be really fun. So guys, thank you very much for coming today. It's been really, really fun. We had a lot of stuff to talk about. I was very excited. I still have a lot of energy, but we got to give John a small break here. So thank you so much.
Yes, definitely. So check out the link to NinjaGuy's YouTube channel. It's been advertised by the bot. It's also in the description of the video. What time? So tomorrow we're starting at. I know I said that I was available from 12:30 to 2. Is that
yes?
Are you starting the stream at 12:30 Eastern? Is that when?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So we'll do most likely 1 hour and a half of streaming.
Okay, that's awesome. And you've got that scheduled out over on your channel. So if people go over there, they can hit the remind button. And hit that like button. Make sure to hit the like. That helps. It helps spread the word. It really does help with the algorithm and stuff like that.
And surprisingly, this is going to be the first time that John comes on my channel. I've never. Did you know that? Yeah. No, I never asked him before because I stream really early, right? But it's going to be cool. It's going to be exciting. So it's fun.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, we'll bid everybody adieu. Happy Scarmiversary to everybody. Thank you so much again, and hope everyone has a great weekend. We'll see you tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern on NinjaGuy X's YouTube channel, commentating on some of the Winter Community Championship Wreckfest entries.
All right, have a good one, guys.
All right, yep. Take care.